You already know I'm rocking with Tracey Khan, and I'm super excited for this because growing up for me, I never liked writing. So to hear about how much you like writing, especially when it comes to entertainment, music and sports, all the above, it's fascinating. Especially for me, like I improved along the way because I had to being in school. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to hear from your point of view as well. So. You also do campaign for music exclusives. Talk about how that came about. Because it seemed like everything is falling back into play, being that COVID died down.
Yeah, definitely. Well, my main job, I work with this company called Jomo Shop. So basically, we're a wholesaler of luxury items, anything luxury, Gucci, any of the luxury watches, and we also have a blog called The Parlor. So I write about watches. I write mainly about watches, and it's so interesting to write about watches. And we also have another company from Jomo Shop, and it's called Bespresso, where we have this coffee line. So that's something that I'm managing online, our social media presence as well. So those are like the two of the main things that I do right now. And I also, I am the social media coordinator for Music Exclusives. It's an entertainment website. And we also have, of course, our Instagram page. So basically all of the content that goes up on Instagram, we come up with the captions, with whatever writing, the pictures, the tags for the photos and everything. So mainly I work from wherever to get the posts and everything.
No, continue. Keep going, keep going.
Okay. So I'm just gonna start back from Music Exclusives. So I also work for Music Exclusives. It's an entertainment website, and we also have, of course, everything is on Instagram these days. So our main thing is on, our main platform is Instagram, where we basically promote talent. It's all about music, hip hop, R&B music.
Yeah.
So everything that's, all of the trending topics relating to music, we post everything online. There are articles written from different staff writers as well. So it's been really good working with Music Exclusives. And
is it strictly like artists in the industry or just like independent artists?
Just
anyone.
Just any artist.
Okay.
The biggest to upcoming artists, any artist. We just focus on like trending topics surrounding music for those artists, for upcoming artists and all of that. And Music Exclusives is doing pretty well. They partnered with the biggest radio station in New York, and I cannot remember the name. Hot 97. I'm so embarrassed.
You're not brand new to New York. Come on. You are not brand new to New York, man. What's going on?
Why you acting brand new?
I like that though, because I feel like oftentimes like some publications will only focus on like the artists within the industry, not showing love to like the independent artists. A lot of independent artists, and I'm pretty sure when you came here, like you realized the struggle they go to. A lot of independent artists got to fund everything out of their own pocket.
Yes.
There's quote unquote managers, but there's some that are actually real managers. And oftentimes too, it's a numbers game and everybody talks money. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have
you gotta have a budget.
Yeah, you gotta have a budget. If you don't have a certain amount of followers, they're not paying you no mind. Because to them, it's like, okay, 10K followers, 20K, that's cool and all, but can you bring 10,000 people to a show, if not half that amount?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like nowadays, the music industry is hard. It's harder. Unless you know somebody who's credible in the industry.
That can vouch for you.
Yeah, that can vouch for you. Then you have some leverage under your belt. But 9 times out of 10, it's hard. And I'm pretty sure you've seen that along the way.
Definitely, I have seen that because like here, no one does anything for free.
No.
So absolutely not, respectfully. So you gotta have a budget. That's something that I'm learning, like, because I did PR for like artists back home, and those are small artists. And like the main thing for me was to help them to get to the top, because like we don't have, our entertainment sector is basically non-existent in Guyana. So I was just like trying to help them. But here you've gotta have a budget. No one is gonna answer their phone for you. They're not gonna write an article for you.
No one's coming to save you, pretty much.
No, you want your own. So you definitely have to have a budget. But the thing that I like with Music Exclusives, you do not have to have a certain amount of followers or none of that. Once you're talented, and that's something that I really like with Leo. He's the owner for Music Exclusives. He really gives his platform to a lot of upcoming artists. Like we do a lot of promotion for a lot of upcoming artists. We do like a lot of interviews, write a lot of articles and stuff for them on the website. So that's something that's pretty interesting. It's something that I commend him a lot for, and the entire team actually, because we have like a team of writers, and my good friend Nino, she basically started at Music Exclusives as the social media coordinator, and she pulled me on board. So that's something that I'm super grateful for. She's still there, she's leading the way, and I'm helping her as much as possible. So that's something that they're big on, helping like a lot of upcoming artists, a lot.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? So speaking of social media, engagement is like the #1 thing they look for. So it's just the number's just there. I need to actually see people engaged, talking about they're coming to your show, they're bumping your track.
Yes.
Because
a lot of artists, they have a lot of fake followers. People buy followers on Instagram, like that's a real thing. So for me now, if you look at someone's, like their Instagram live, they would have, I don't know, 100,000 people. They do an Instagram live and like 10 people or 20 people are on their live. So a lot of people, and I don't like, it's not something that's a big, something that's necessary for me, because a lot of people, they have a lot of fake followers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what also separates us from the show too. I don't care about your following. I don't care what you did before, who's under you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a genuine person and we're able to connect and do so much more, you know, why not come stop by the function? You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that you call it the function. I love that.
Absolutely. You see where we at?
Yeah, it's nice out here.
Yes. And like I said, I'm always learning from somebody, whoever sits in that chair. And again, I was never a writing guy, so for you to come in.
What's your trigger? Why don't you like writing?
I never liked writing growing up because I hated to write 4 or 5 page essays. Like when I was a senior in 2015, we had to write a 6-page essay talking about what we learned from these last 4 years. And deep down, I just trying to breeze by high school. I was on varsity, and deep down I was like, yo, I want to write to you guys. And I had to read it out loud, and then straight up, I had a lot of run-on sentences, no proper grammar, punctuation marks, etc. So, you know, I'm standing there literally reading the essay. Oh, damn,
Yeah.
It's been a minute. And this is around, we have to type it, and this time I did write it out. And I think, I had one of those teachers, big shout out to Ms. Kovich, hopefully she's still teaching, where she was like, he made effort, I'll give him a B, give him the ticket, he can graduate. But I knew, although I graduated, I still need to do more.
Yeah.
But then that's just life itself,
We
how
always
can I
need to do
continue
more.
and advance myself? Because if I would have said from 10th all the way to now, man, I hate writing, at some point I'm gonna have to get better and master writing, because even if it's just sending a text, you could tell, or even writing a caption on social media. It's so
Yes.
crazy that you do social media marketing as well. It's like, you wanna be able to know what you're talking about and show people that actually you have proper grammar. And I understand social media, you just want to type anything, but sometimes the way a person writes their caption, you could tell that some of them don't know, they're not proficient in reading and writing.
Yes, that is true.
Is that a turn off for you? If somebody don't know how to read and write?
Oh my God. But the thing is, it depends on what level I'm dealing with you at. Like, okay, obviously with someone that...
College student.
Yeah, like a what?
A college student.
I mean, I'm not gonna go hard on them. I'll definitely tell them, listen, I definitely know you could do better. So, but if it's someone that, let's say that I'm dating or whatever, it's a no for me. Immediately no. But if you can't read or write, what do you mean? What?
So pretty much if he's illiterate.
Who said that?
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, okay, let's get back to Jordan.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
But
I love to write.
Like to write.
I love to write. I don't call myself a writer. I tell stories. Like, I like to paint vivid pictures in your mind when you're reading what I'm writing about. If it's about a watch, I want for you to be like, oh my God, I did not know this. Watches are like this. Or if I'm telling a story about you and who you are, like
We'll talk about that soon.
So I want to paint vivid pictures in a person's mind when they read what I write on a professional basis. So yes, I absolutely love to write. It gets overwhelming though at times, obviously, if you're constantly writing stuff. But I absolutely love to write.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. I want to shift gears a bit outside of, entertainment, culture, sports. You also work with this company. It's a coffee thing. I hope I'm not getting the word right.
Bespresso.
Bespresso, right? I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm more of a hot chocolate type of guy.
Yeah. I love hot chocolate too.
Yeah,
so we're
see,
there.
We
we're
clicking,
there.
we clicking. I don't know about that iced coffee stuff, but you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a water guy during the summer. You know what I'm saying? But talk about, how you came about in that. So it seems like all the stuff, everything is
It's kind of connected.
Everything, the dots are connected.
Yeah, definitely. So let me put that out there. I don't like coffee. How weird is that? I hate coffee. I drink coffee though when I'm super tired.
Yeah.
But coffee is so interesting, and I think that's what fascinates me a lot about it and about this company, Bespresso. Make sure you check them out online. Amazing quality coffee, and like the stories that I'm able to learn about how they were able to get this coffee here, and the people who earn a living, the families who earn a living from Asia and all of that because of the coffees. So I think it's like I love to learn, and I'm so intrigued by these different things. I'm able to write about them. So definitely, Jomo Shop is the company that they import Bespresso. So I manage the social media presence for them, and I write everything like all of the text on the website and stuff for Bespresso. So it's an amazing coffee though. That's the only coffee that I drink, even though I don't like coffee.
Don't say that out loud.
I said it.
Everything that you do, and like you said, everything's connecting the dots. I'm curious to know what you like to do during your free time when you just want to unwind and not think about work.
I am an aunt. That's my biggest achievement. My most important achievement. I'm an aunt, so I have 11 nephews and nieces. All of them are not here. 11 nephews and nieces, yes.
God bless.
Yes, I know. They drive me crazy. But I love spending time with them. And it's like, I think too, why? Because I didn't get to experience a lot of things in my childhood because, I kind of had to grow up fast and just like be responsible to this day for so many things, and being the one who sets the example and the standard for everyone else to follow. So I just love to see my nephews and my nieces just like experiencing different things, seeing different things. So that's mostly where you'll find me. We're always outside doing stuff with them, with the kids. So that's mainly how I spend my time. And I hang out with my friends here and there. I don't drink, I don't smoke.
Me either. See, we have some things in common.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So I'm just pretty chill, but I am a whole lot of fun because people ask me, they're like, you don't
have
drink.
A natural high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. They're like, you don't drink. How do you have a good time? I'm like,
what do you mean?
How do you have a good time? You're drunk, and I gotta carry you out of the club, drive you home, and you think that's a good time? But no, I'm not knocking anyone that drinks, but I think people could be super fun. Like my friends, they love me because like I'm always cracking jokes, and it's always a good time. So that's basically how I spend most of my time.
Okay. Cool. Well, Treya. Well, I keep calling you Treya. I'm so sorry. Tracey.
Okay.
Thank you, for this amazing conversation. Thank you for stopping by the function. You know what I'm saying? Before we exit out the show, is there anything that you have planned, as we transition out of 2022, but more so, can you see yourself collaborating with other content creators along the way, being that we follow the same people and we know the same people?
No, definitely. I find that, networking is so important, and I'm big on networking, and I'm still, learning so much because there's so much to learn. You can never learn enough. So definitely I think I need to be a bit more proactive to want to collaborate with other creators. I'm not against it, but I don't think I'm doing enough. And putting myself out there enough. So definitely, thank you for saying that. I definitely will be working and collaborating more with a lot of content creators. And I just have plans to get my show back up and running. one-on-one with Tracey Khan. It was doing so amazing. So that's definitely something
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
You know, I was able to interview some really awesome politicians, like a lot of senators, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. She was amazing. And at that time, we were in like the pandemic, so she was able to like give so much information on so many things that people can benefit from. So, you know, those were some pretty amazing conversation with a lot of different organizations who were helping people as well, and how people could actually benefit financially and emotionally and everything, you know. So the show really did make an impact, and those are some things that I definitely want to get back into and start my own PR company. That's something I've been discussing for a while. I have not started, but I'm gonna get back in. I'm gonna get into it.
And you should. You know, something I had to learn ever since the pandemic, there's no better time than the present time. So we can continue to delay our process over and over and over. But even if we do little by little, that's like, again, you're more productive than somebody who's just saying, I'm gonna do it, and then they just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So I highly encourage you to do it. It seemed like everything that you've been telling me throughout the show, everything is just connecting the dots, and there's so much more along the way. But I'm happy we was able to meet, and I'm happy we was able to get this interview. So Tracey, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Your team here is amazing.
Thank you.
I love the setup, the energy, the vibe here is great. You're doing an amazing job with what you do, giving so many talents a platform to talk, because oftentimes we're behind the cameras. We're the one interviewing people.
Exactly.
So, you know, this is refreshing, and this is the first official interview I've done, the first time I've been interviewed, and you're doing it, so I'm really thankful.
Absolutely. I don't like to call them quote unquote behind the scenes people, but it's always good for people to come into the light, even though they may not want to be on camera, they may be camera shy, quote unquote. You gotta show love to the people that's making it happen.
I agree. And you're doing that, and that's amazing.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for stopping by the function. You know what I'm saying? Tell them know where they can find you.
So I'm on social media. Obviously, I am on, follow my Instagram, Trey AK. So it's Trey, T-R-A-Y-A. So, okay. So it's Trey A. Khan. So just look for Tracey Khan. You're gonna find me, hit me up. You can, you know, leave a message. Let's connect.
She's like, yo, I'm down to work. I'm down to work.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what you can do. So yeah, on Instagram, Tracey Khan. That's Tracey with an E. They leave the E out always. I don't know why.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, there's an E there.
All right, cool. Well, Tracey, thank you so much for stopping by. Always welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Please, like, thank you. It was an amazing conversation. I feel like I learned a lot, and I always say I'm always learning something from that individual that always sits in that chair.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem. I appreciate Tracey for stopping by the function and dropping a lot of gems on the industry, being a journalist, and so much more. I appreciate my team backstage. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys for always tuning in. It's your boy Day signing off. Take care and God bless. Thank you. We good?
And we're out.